Welcome to another episode of Award Group RE TV. My name's Leighton Avery. Today I'm going to run through with you a few quick questions and ideas about selling a current investment property. So to be a current investment property in this scenario, we would be talking about a property that currently has a current lease intact or a tenant that is still there in the property on a week-to-week basis. Now we have a few different ways we can look at this, but I'd like to try and break things down first to try and make things a little bit easier. First of all, we need to work out, is the property along the lines of a regular investment property or is it more of a unique investment property? You're going to find that if it's a more of a unique investment property, you will have a little bit more trouble trying to sell the property with the current tenant. If this is the case, then you can look at a few different options. If the tenant has a certain date where their lease ends, you may look at giving them the notice to vacate at that date. Otherwise, if they're on an open lease, in New South Wales at least, you will need to give them a 90-day period in writing for them to vacate the property. This is also something that you should think about doing if the property does need some work prior to going on the market. It's a good way to tie everything all in together to make sure the property is presented at its best. Keep in mind though, you will need approximately 2 to 3 weeks to do any work on the property and have it prepared to go on the market. If you were to go for a 4-week sale campaign before the property sold and a 6-week settlement, you're talking about 13 weeks while the property is empty. So you need to factor these costs of not receiving the rent for that time in. However, you do need to weigh up the difference on how much money you will make on top if you do this work and vacate the tenant. Now, the other option is to keep the tenant in. If the property is along the lines of a 2-bedroom unit, something that's close to transport, where there is going to be a high number of investors and a high number of renters looking for properties like that, it may be in the best interest to keep the tenant in. If the tenant keeps the property in a nice, clean fashion, they pay a good rent, then this is going to show a great example to potential purchasers that are looking for investment. They'll be able to see how this particular tenant keeps the property, as well as the figures that are coming in every week in regards to rent and what's going back out. There's a few things when you do have a property up for sale though that does have a tenant, the tenant does need to have a certain amount of notice prior to the property going on the market, and they do need to have a certain amount of notice each time there's going to be an inspection. I find the best way to do this, if you have a good relationship with the tenant, respect goes both ways, this is going to make the selling process a whole lot easier. If the property is up for sale with a current tenant, however they are not in a current lease, the property can be sold with vacant possession, as when the property is sold, the tenant in New South Wales will only need 30 days written notice, plus a couple of days for postage. So this way you can still negotiate with buyers looking to live in the property themselves, or purchasers that are looking for investment that hopefully the agency that sold the property can carry on the lease and just take it over to the new buyer. If you have any questions regarding this video, or you're looking to sell an investment property and want some extra advice, please contact the team at Award Group Real Estate. Our best contact number is 9871 1155. Thanks for watching this video today. I'm Leighton Avery.